Hello guys, and today I'm doing a transfer rumor and confirmed episode, and we're going to get straight into this. It's the first of the series, and the transfer window's open. And to kick things off, we have the Portuguese international Pepe, who has just rejected a big money deal from China to leave to either PSG or Man City, as he thinks it might affect his chance of playing for Portugal. Pepe was the man of the match for Portugal on the Euro 2016 finals, and Real Madrid won't be willing to let him go. But with his contract expiring and a move looking very likely, he might end up in France or in the Premier League. Next, and to kick things off in England, we have Iker Casillas, who has been heavily linked to Liverpool. With Liverpool in a goalkeeper crisis and dying for a new keeper, Iker Casillas is a great replacement. But it's looking like a short-term replacement for a long-term problem, and it won't be the best deal for Liverpool. The Super Espanyol has established himself as a first-team goalkeeper at Porto, but a move to the Premier League could easily happen, with teams in England dying for a goalkeeper, and they might need an experienced player like Iker Casillas, who is now at 35 years of age. Next up, we have a deal. We have a deal for Atletico Madrid, where it could be a swap deal. Moya and Albiola, two backup keepers being switched up because Diego Simeone, or whoever will be Atletico's next manager, and whoever will be PSG's next manager, might not prefer them. And this rumor has been flying just been flying around yesterday. But is this a good deal for Atletico or PSG? I don't know. But I think this deal will be better for PSG than Atletico Madrid, with Albiola not being at top form, and Moya has been great for Atletico Madrid this season and will be a perfect backup. With the last keeper leaving off to Spain, they're definitely going to need a new goalkeeper, and Moya is great. Next up, we have our dumbest transfer of the week, with Kylian Mbappe, where Manchester City are apparently joined the race to sign Kylian Mbappe. With Chelsea, Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Arsenal all in the hunt for the 18-year-old signature, all of those sides have massive budgets, and it will be very difficult for City to capture his signature, with his buyout clause being 130 million. But where do you think Kylian Mbappe will end up? Comment below. Kylian Mbappe was named the next Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry began his career at Monaco as well, and with the French side producing so many great youngsters and winning a Ligue 1, they might not want to sell any more talent, after already losing one of the best players, Bernardo Silva, to Manchester City. And Man U fans, you can keep calm on David De Gea's future. Well, at least for the moment. They just rejected a £60 million deal for the Spaniard shortstop. Real Madrid's January transfer ban means Man U was safe and had David De Gea for the rest of the season, but they might even keep him until the next transfer window, with Jose Mourinho not accepting any kind of offer below 80 million. 60 million, in my opinion, is a bargain, but that would still be the goalkeeper transfer record, and one of Real Madrid's most expensive signings ever, only behind Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. But what do you think? Will he still end up at Real Madrid, or is Man U just where he belongs? Comment below. Well, but just before you do that, we got one more thing to say. Just remember, David De Gea is an ex-Atletico Madrid player, and Real Madrid and Atletico are bitter rivals. So David De Gea would really upset Atletico fans if he left to Real Madrid. He's probably going to stay at Man U until China comes in with a big offer. He's a really, really important player. Now to our dumbest club of the week, where apparently Real Madrid have completely lost interest with Chelsea goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. Courtois looks very happy at Chelsea, winning his second Premier League title in 3 years with the Blues. But were Real Madrid actually that dumb to lose interest in yet another big keeper and completely giving up on David De Gea would be the dumbest thing they've done in a long time. Usually when Real Madrid want somebody, they get somebody. So they could have easily got Courtois, but they don't want Courtois. So they've been really, really dumb about that transfer. They're stuck with Keylor Navas, who this season in the Champions League had a pathetic 1 clean sheet. Compare that to Buffon, who only conceded 6 goals in the Champions League. And I don't even want to tell Real Madrid fans how much Keylor Navas conceded this season, because he conceded 3 goals against Legia in the Champions League. They have a dreadful goalkeeper and such a powerful defense. It's so confusing, the Real Madrid team at the moment, but it's still good enough to win a double. And now, Leon fans, you think you just witnessed a miracle. You'll be having Lacazette for another half season, with Atletico Madrid having a transfer ban and automatically getting him on January 1st. But you might end up never seeing him play in a Lyon shirt again, with Manchester United now showing interest to Lacazette. But is this just a stupid rumor? Don't comment below, because I already asked you to comment like a million things. It's easily Lyon's best player, and they could also be losing Tolisso to Arsenal, who is by far one of the best players as well. And the young midfielder's potential on FIFA is over 88, so Lyon could be losing a lot of big players, and Lacazette being one of them to Man United. I think this is just baloney. I mean, Atletico is screwed if they don't get a new backup striker for Antoine Griezmann, who is about to leave to Manchester United. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. And plus, Tottenham Hotspur are also apparently in the race for Anthony Lacazette, and they could splash the cash for the French goal scorer. Plus, another one of Arsenal's main transfer targets to replace Alexis Sanchez is Lacazette. Really, it's not going to be easy for the Red Devils, and they should just give up hope. They've already got a lot of strikers and great players up front. And also Liverpool are interested in the goal scorer. Zlatan's the first player for Man United to score 20 goals, over 20 goals since Van Persie. And Lacazette scored over 20 goals for the past 4 seasons in all competitions for Lyon. So it's looking impossible for Manchester United to capture Lacazette's signature. But in June 1st, when Lacazette does leave to Atletico Madrid, or he leaves to any of the other clubs in the Prem, they have a suitable replacement. The replacement is, of course, Javier Hernandez, ex-Man United striker. They will be very, very interested in Javier Hernandez to replace Lacazette if he does leave. And and the striker would definitely not be saying Bayer Leverkusen with Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga's turbo relegation scrap, and he said could have got relegated for such a talented player. Let's not forget that Javier Hernandez did something insane when he was at Man U. When he was subbed on, Man U were 2-0 down, and then he scored a hat trick. And that got him a 95 rated hero card, which is the most total card in FIFA history. So he is definitely a great player. Javier Hernandez had only just one goal this Champions League season, and he hasn't been at his best form, but still. Will he leave to Lyon if Lacazette leaves? Definitely. It will definitely happen. But first of all, we have to see if Lacazette goes or not. Plus, Manchester United are interested in him because the way Man U play in the box, he would have scored 20 goals under Jose Mourinho. Why didn't he do that under Man United? Because they have a new manager, bozos. Next up, and the last rumor or confirmed transfer of the video is Iniesta, whose contract is expiring. So, a brand new rumor has just been splashed out that Iniesta could leave on a free to either Sevilla, PSG, or, wait for it, Everton. Well, the Everton one is very unrealistic, but it might be a suitable replacement for Ross Barkley. I mean, they don't have that much in common, but seriously, Iniesta has to be linked to some bigger clubs. He's still a really good player, and he has as many goals as Javier Hernandez in the Champions League. The Barcelona captain is definitely not linked to the biggest clubs on earth, but still is very likely to leave the Bernabeu with his contract expiring. Sevilla looks like a very likely destination for the lad, but he might end up being like Xavi and not leave and establish himself as a Barcelona legend forever. But what do you think? Will he be wearing the Sevilla shirt next season? Will he be still at Barca? Will he have a big move to PSG? Or will he make the move of the window and go to Everton? Comment. Don't comment. I wish you could vote an I, but I don't know how. What do you think? Just think. So many clubs will get interested in him later on if he continues performing. But he will definitely flop at whatever club he goes to. Or maybe he will be another Zlatan and not flop. It's a very confusing move, and it's going to be impossible to predict his form when he moves to either Everton, PSG, or Sevilla. I think they're all rumors, and he'll stay at Barca. After all time. Just look at his trophy cabinet. It's insane. And just Brighton have just been promoted, and they've signed English stat midfielder Gross or Grubb. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you didn't already, and share and comment and like your own comment. Do whatever you want in the comments. Just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.